So hi, good evening guys. So today we are going to continue with our lecture series related to data science, and before that lecture I have given some introduction about related to chatgpt, how generative pre-trained transformers are working like a Google, and how those are answers giving like a human one, though sometimes human also cannot give one a correct answer, and sometimes many experienced person also cannot do faster code as fast as ChatGPT is give, and it's a free tool, you can everyone use that basically. So how ChatGPT or generative pre-trained transformers are working, I am going to give you some theory part about that. It's a really interesting to one, and everyone will get to know how actually it's working and how natural language pre-processing part is working here. So I have uploaded some lectures here related to natural language processing. So whatever you are searching on the Google or finding on YouTube, or whatever you are giving this speech, और आप कभी कभी जो कुछ भी बोलते हो यूट्यूब सही तरह से टाइप कर देता है या ट्रांसलेट कर देता है. So it suggests the part of natural language pre-processing, and based on that actually we'll get all those results. So I am sharing my screen here and I am writing. I already given the title as natural language pre-processing. So natural language means it's nothing but the human language, and you know that it's the learning of human language, it's very complicated part, because you know in your child day, or if you want to learn any language, English, Urdu, French, or any, you need to learn a lot of grammar and all those words and meaning. By the human have a consciousness or conscious power. So by thinking rationally or logically हम विचार कर सकते हैं, और इसके थ्रू वी कैन एक्चुअली गेट टू नो दैट व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट वर्ड और व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट सेंटेंस. तो मैं आपको आई विल गिव यू वन एग्जांपल. सपोज देयर इज़ वन सेंटेंस एंड द सेंटेंस इज आई एम स्टैंडिंग at bank of river. Okay, so please remember here word in the given sentence context. I am standing at the bank of river. Here the context of bank would be the side, river की एक जो side है, यही इस बैंक वर्ड का मीनिंग है. और मैं एक दूसरा सेंटेंस ले लेता हूँ. माई बैंक बैलेंस withdrawn successfully. So as a human we can easily get to know the difference between bank. Here is the bank of river is a totally different word meaning, and it has nothing to do with that bank word. It's related to the commercial bank. So as a human we can easily predict that this bank of river is totally different from this bank of river. But as of now, before 2015 there were no such artificial intelligence model which can make a difference between bank of river and bank of that balance. So it will going to consider both the bank word as the same. So it will going to consider bank of river. If here bank is also bank of river, and if I consider the another statement कि my bank balance is low, तो वो दोनों भी साइड को सेम ही वर्ड कंसिडर कर देता था. तो इसके लिए ज़्यादातर दिक्कतें आती थी और इतना ग्रोथ हो नहीं पा रहा था. पर आगे क्या हुआ 2017 के बाद, देयर वेर सम मॉडल स्कीम्स इन नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग, एंड दोज मॉडल्स स्पेसिफिकली नेम्ड वेयर ट्रांसफार्मर. those some engine schemes specifically. And transformer is basically consist of two parts. One part is encoder and second part is decoder. In very simple manner, encoder will going to take your any language input. Suppose you give Hindi language input, and decoder, and you want to translate Hindi language into the English one. Then decoder will going to take English language as a input. Okay, and here we give some part of encoders vectors to the decoder vectors, and decoder also English language के कुछ vectors ले रहा था. तो after that here is one layer came, and that layer is called as encoder decoder layer. Encoder decoder layer, and based on both the sentence meanings, both the sentence language meanings of Hindi language and English language, it will going to give the words in a sequential manner. So whatever be the meaning of Hindi words and whatever meaning of the English word, in their both language respective manner, grammar, it will decoder will going to arrange all those words in a meaningful manner. So that's the magic happening here. So because of that advanced level model, chatgpt or generative pre-trained transformer using all those such models, and hence whatever you can give the input to them, it's not only used for the language translation, but here what actually benefits got translation. Such language models, they are able to extract the unstructured data into the meaningful ways. They were able to give each word as a different meaning, each word as a different meaning based upon the sentence, based upon the sentence. Okay, so suppose there are two sentences as I have shown you here, that I am standing on bank of river and my bank balance is not. So in the generative pre-trained transformer, or what transformer will do, based on the encoder decoder position, they will going to give a bank word as a totally different or some different vector value. Here suppose that bank vector value is 0.77, then according to here that sentence, here will be that word vector value will be different, such like that. So if you give in future that model any such sentence, then definitely it will going to give that bank word and meaning of that word based upon the sentence situation. So because of that there is a huge improvement in the model. So it definitely going to help for the correction of grammar help issue solved, then meaning issue also solved. You can give any meaning, then it will able to generate. So based on that, nowadays such chatgpt or other artificial models, or you can self also create so many models which will going to create a meaningful stories. Okay, those stories can be successful stories, motivational stories, romantic stories, anything, but by own vectors and own learning, those model can give you such meaningful stories. They can give you, and those models can be used anywhere. Now you are seeing how ChatGPT you can ask any questions, and most of the times it giving the good results, accurate results with the proper explanation, solution, and it's such a revolution in the, I think, artificial intelligence. And such, if such improvement is going on, then in future definitely we're going to see that all robots will think their own type and they can do a self learning. But yeah, there are also very some restrictions, and definitely we have need to overcome them. So that's why we have need to learn all those things. So I have told you how it's working, and though you are thinking that transformer just consists of encoder decoder, but in the encoder and decoder also there are so many various parts consist of. Just I will going to give you some part of the encoder, how it's encoding. Okay, so in the encoder we give some sentence. So before given sentence there are 4 type situation happens. Okay, first one is position embedding, then self attention embedding, okay, then segment or sentence basing in embedding, and last one it will going to, yes, here self attention embedding and here is self attention embedding. So you get confused about what is embedding. Embedding is nothing but for unstructured data or for string like data or for word we give some mathematical vectors or numbers. So it's nothing but here you will get all those numbers. Once all those numbers sequence wise created, then those data given to the encoder. In the encoder there were some layer consist of, and in that there is also layer called self attention layer. So that layer actually create a magic. It will going to search for each word and it will going to think about which word going to occur after the another word, and after that there is normalization layer. After that there is a softmax activation function, and after that you will get a finally matrix of output. Sorry, and finally we will get matrix of output. Okay, so you may be thinking that how those words and sequences are generated. So I will going to show you some part here. So there are 3 vector generated. One is value vector, then second one is query vector, and third one is the key vector. So based on the value vector and query vector, by doing the product of value vector and key vector we got some value, and by multiplying that sum value by key vector and taking its root and dividing it by softmax function, we get the z value, z vector. So that the z value or z vector is nothing but the output of the encoder, and that output of the encoder is passed to the decoder. Decoder consists of same like encoder, but it has a extra layer, that encoder decoder, and mask attention layer also. So I will tell about you, I forgot to tell you about the what is mask attention layer. मास्क अटेंशन लेयर मीन्स हम बचपन में स्कूल में बहुत बार पढ़ाई करते वक्त ये करते थे कि एक सेंटेंस रहता था, देयर इज़ अ कंट्री which is biggest in population. So here dash 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 रहता था. So यहाँ चाइना आ सकता है, biggest population country. Now India has taken overcome the China. So ये जो dash dash रहता है इसे mask कहते हैं. So same things happens in the transformer, in the decoder. So what happens here in the encoder also? So what happens here? Suppose if we give a sentence to the model for training, suppose those are the sentence, then what happens, that model automatically do some masking in those sentences. In each sentence or after few sentences it will do mask, means automatically model will going to fill empty blank at those such words, and model will try to predict by its own what will be the value of those words. Suppose if model given the correct answer, then it will going to give it as a good mark or good points, and suppose if model given the wrong words instead of true words, then model will going to give at that point a penalty, or it will going to decrease its score, and through that process model will going to learn all those process and concepts. So it's again magic types case in which model learns according to its own. So I will tell about the ChatGPT, how it's made. So in the ChatGPT, what they have done, it has been trained on whole Wikipedia. Whole Wikipedia. Do you know what is Wikipedia and how much its data contains? Then it is trained on the most of the books. Then it's trained on the whatever articles or whatever they have got. Just they have trained. They have just need to pass all those data. Model will going to take automatically masking, and after that model will going to predict all those words. Just it's required so huge and lot time and very high valued computer efficiency memory. But now every day is world changing and there are a lot of such technologies. So because of that you will get such a magic and rightful answer. So I hope you have liked all those things and you have enjoyed all those session. If you have any doubt or comment, or if you want to listen or learning all those, then please add a comment. And whatever I have taught you, it's a very simple manner. Actually behind that there is very complex mathematical institution. Once you start to learn all those blogs or YouTube videos, then you can also feel very difficult, but I have told you in a very just manner. So I hope I will going to meet you in the next lecture, and please tell me how it was. And thank you. We will going to start in another lecture. Thank you. Bye bye.